morning, ladies and gentlemen. Very pleased to be here and to update you on the progress and the perspective of Nicox. We are a public company. We consider Nicox a unique R&D company. Why unique? Because we have a presence from research to development with two advanced development products to the market, with two products marketed in the States by our partner. One is Bausch + Lomb, and the second one will be launched in few months by our partner Ivans here. So we have a broad pipeline, which is largely focused on glaucoma based on our nitric oxide donating proprietary technology. But as well, we have a product in phase 2, very interesting for the treatment of the exacerbation of blepharitis. And I will take you through this pipeline in addition to our partnership. So, as I said, our proprietary research platform is based on our technology, which is centered around the role of nitric oxide in the maintenance of the homeostasis of intraocular pressure. And this research platform has generated already a compound approved by FDA, Vyzulta. But Nicox owns 100% of the right of the second generation of the anode-donating prostaglandin NCX470, which is at present under phase 2 in advanced development, which has demonstrated in two animal models a very clear, separate, additional, and complementary mechanism of action of the nitric oxide donation on the top of the prostaglandin. You can see here in the slide on the left side the results of the test in a poorly sensitive to bimatoprost, 0.03%, where the nitric oxide donating moiety added up to 8 millimeter more of IOP lowering activity. On the right is the results of a dosing of our NCX470 in non-human primate, where we show up to 3 millimeter of enhanced efficacy over bimatoprost, 0.03%. Based on very promising animal data, we moved into phase 2 here in the States at the beginning of August of last year with a large phase 2B trial with 4 doses, double-masked, where we compare 3 doses of NCX470 to latanoprost 0.005%. The enrollment of the study is going very well. At April 18, you can see we were over 85% of enrollment, so we are really on time to deliver the results of the phase 2 by the fourth quarter as promised to the market. But not only 470 is, which of course is our most advanced project, is the core of our activity. We have a research center in Milano, very active, and we have generated 2 new classes of new chemical entities centered around the NO signaling pathway, which enhance and prolong the NO signaling pathway, with the goal to increase, of course, the primary outflow through the trabecular mesh. And the 2 classes are the anode-donating PD5 inhibitor and anode-donating guanylyl cyclase stimulator, this one in collaboration with Ironwood, better to say Cyclerion, as you know, the second company created by Ironwood. And this second class of compound, the anode PD5 inhibitor, have generated very interesting data on 2 new lead molecules, which have a pharmacology and a chemistry non-prostaglandin related, as you clearly understand. And the first data, one of the 2 lead molecules, NCX1741, have been presented recently at ARVO. And you can see the activity was very sustained, prolonged in a non-human primate model. And so this is a very interesting new class that we can develop as a let's say, single monotherapy or as a fixed dose combination on the top of prostaglandin, just based on nitric oxide properties on trabecular mesh flow. As I said at the beginning, our pipeline doesn't include only, of course, is largely focused on glaucoma, but includes an interesting compound, which is a proprietary compound covered by a formulation patent around fluticasone, which has never been used in ophthalmology. We developed a very innovative applicator to treat the eyelid margin, and we entered recently in a small phase 2 study here in the United States on 30 patients where we want to see the results of the application of fluticasone in nanocrystal on the eyelid margin on some symptoms of the exacerbation of the blepharitis. And the results are expected by the first quarter of this year, so before the end of the year. Well, as I said, we are unique because being a small company, we are only 35 people between the research center in Milano, the headquarters in the south of France, and in a presence here for the development center in the United States is in North Carolina, in Research Triangle Park. We can count on revenues recurrent and growing from our partner, not only in US, like for Vyzulta, which has been launched, as you well know, by Bausch + Lomb last year. And we know that Bausch + Lomb is expanding the Vyzulta beyond the United States. They already approved the drug in Canada, and we get royalty and future milestone. But as well on the second compound, which is Zerviate. Zerviate is the first ever formulation developed around cetirizine, the well-known anti-allergic drug, which has been partnered to this rapidly growing company in the ophthalmic space here in the States, Eyevance. Eyevance is planning to launch for the fall season here in the United States, but Nicox itself, we have worldwide rights, of course, of this patent, and we have several ongoing licensing discussions. In several countries from South America to Far East. So this will be a contribution from Vyzulta Zerviate worldwide to decrease our burn rate because, as I said, our vision is to grow rapidly, and our partnership in China with Ocumension, which is a specialty pharma created by a leading global healthcare fund, Six Dimension Capital, is very important. They got our two product Zerviate and NCX470 in license for the Chinese market. And that's the reason why financially we are well financed and we can count on a severe decrease of our burn rate in the future from the revenues of our partner worldwide level. So, which is our vision, is very clear. We want to keep unencumbered our major asset for Europe and especially for the United States. So we plan to launch 470 and 4251, our treatment for blepharitis, here in the United States on our own. And our very prolific research in Milano will fuel our pipeline for the future, last but not least with our new class of PD5 inhibitor. Thank you very much.